Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it pisses me off because these are the same motherfuckers that will chew people like me out and literally keep dissent and revolutions at bay. They are the Trojan horse. They are the ones that don't want to let go of their fucking privilege, but they are hypocritical as fuck. They preach a lot of shit, but don't practice what the fuck they preach. And then they turn around and dog everybody who's trying to fight against the system that they fucking complain about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just annoys me.
Oh, same.
It really fucking annoys me. Because then they will sit there and tokenize indigenous people like Meech did. He turned around and said, I got Native friends. I got Latino friends. They don't have the same ideologies as you. When the fuck did we become a monolith? Or did you forget that we were also colonized as indigenous people? So there are people who still push white supremacy rhetoric who are native.
That point is so irrelevant. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, I got leftist, black friends. Like, what? Come on, no. I'm not gonna.
Well, it's stupid because
They
you're
ain't
gonna
saying
get pissed
it.
if I tokenize, or if anybody else who's non-black tokenizes and turns around and says my black friends don't think this way. My black family members don't think this way. That would be called out as tokenization. The moment he said my Native friends, my Latino friends don't think this way, is that or is that not tokenization?
Oh, it absolutely is, yeah.
But that shit
That's what I mean. It's irrelevant.
dismissed.
Like, my friend, yeah.
You know what I mean? That shit got dismissed. So it's like, I can't have a serious conversation with people who are gonna be hypocrites, including my mutuals. And if my mutuals have a problem with any of it, they are free to come and address me either privately or publicly. I don't care. However,
it's different.
That was fucked up. And it's the second time I was on that panel where I got dogpiled and a lot of white supremacy talking points, misinformation, and what's the word I'm looking for? White supremacy talking points, misinformation, and revisionist history was occurring.
I said it's different, like, because there have been lives where, like, the message was being received. Like, it didn't feel like a majority liberal live, and it definitely felt that way. Like, you were dogpiled. You were the only one in there that was speaking the truth
Well, the other thing that pissed me off is I've told this to Smitty before when it came to the election poll results. I've explained this on his panel twice.
Yeah.
For him to continue to bring it up as the majority of Latinos voted for Trump, like, you just can't get over that. I've explained that what I said on the panel the other day, I've said to him twice before.
Did he say that, though, on the live? Did he say that?
That's why I addressed it.
He said majority?
And then I go, here's the thing, right?
Oh, wow.
The Latino is not a race, nor is it an ethnicity. So you have white Latinos, black Latinos, indigenous Latinos, and Asian Latinos all combined in one. On top of that, when the Latino and the African American civil rights groups did their own poll, they broke it down by ethnic groups, and every ethnic group except Venezuelans and Cubans voted for Kamala over 60%. The reason why Venezuelans and Cubans voted for Trump is because the propaganda fed to them has always been like, you escaped communism, you escaped socialism, and Democrats want to bring that back to you. So that's what they've been fed. So that's why they majority voted the way they did.
Which is crazy because the dictator that was put in place was because of the U.S. So
yeah,
it's
like, they don't know that,
They don't know
propaganda shit, right?
Yeah.
So I've said this before. I've said this on his panels twice before. Because this was right after the elections and a little bit after, because Genty and a few other people kept pushing this shit that fuck around and find out shit to quote unquote Latinos, and then mostly going after Mexicans on it, right? So I've said this before, I've explained this before, I've articulated it, I've made plenty of videos on it, and for the same talking points to continue to appear, but then under the guise of why isn't black and brown unity occurring, it's because you keep pushing misinformation and misconstruing shit, especially after you've been educated and told. So to me, black liberals, brown liberals are performative and they're dangerous. At least with white liberals, I know what the fuck I'm getting. Black and brown liberals infiltrate and they prevent dissent and they prevent revolutions from occurring because they keep the fear going.
Yep.
And they tell you that the only thing you can do is vote.
Yep.
Well, they offer this illusion of progress, you know, like that there's the change is happening, you know, with like Mom Donnie winning in New York. And then he's like, you know, I don't know, doing these picture ops with Donald Trump and talking about he did an interview I saw recently where he was basically agreeing with the U.S. going in and invading Venezuela. He was basically talking about how Maduro is this evil dictator, and I'm just like, this isn't a win to me. You know what I mean? And I don't understand why people aren't critically thinking about this. You know,
because it's selfishness, it's self-preservation, and it's thinking it's delusion. If I'm being honest,
to me, it's like they're too comfortable with the colonial privileges that they're getting, that the Democrats provide to them. You know,
exactly, and they're the same ones who get fucking triggered when I tell them that they do have privilege, even though they are POC, because they forget that their proximity to whiteness is directly correlated to their privilege, and their privilege is directly correlated to white supremacy. And white supremacy is about being white, male, straight, cisgendered, and able-bodied. So if you don't fit those 5 things, you lose privilege. But if you fit any of those 5 things, you automatically have privilege. Then to add the other layers of education, accent, all that other shit. Like my proximity to whiteness lines in that I'm a light-skinned brown woman. I am noticeably brown, but I'm still light-skinned brown woman. I'm cisgendered. I'm straight. I don't have an accent. I'm a citizen. I'm educated. College educated. I'm a veteran. All 7 of those things give me proximity to whiteness. Gives me privilege. How I deal with that privilege and how I utilize that privilege is a whole nother conversation. But too many people don't want to acknowledge their own privilege because they're too busy talking about white privilege and white privilege only. Because they don't want to talk about the privilege that they got. They want to play victim. They don't want to decolonize. They want to play victim. And that's both black and brown communities across the board. Y'all know I don't discriminate. I'm going to call out anybody and everybody. So,
Yep.
Shit is problematic in all marginalized communities of fucking color. If you're not white and you don't identify as white and you aren't as perceived as white, then all of this shit that I'm talking about applies to you. Y'all are too goddamn egotistical to decolonize and deconstruct. And y'all are becoming the fucking oppressors. And it's scary and fucking disgusting. Hate me if you want to. But am I fucking lying?
nope. And it's year after year after year, you know, vote blue, vote red, vote blue, vote red. And like, how long are you gonna want to stay on this fucking track of just editing colonial privileges within this white supremacist machine. Like, when is enough enough?
Like, what I didn't understand is I was accused of pushing white supremacy rhetoric when you literally voting for capitalism and voting for colonialism. When you sit here and tell me that me not voting fucks with the global south, but literally the United States government, whether Democrat or Republican, has continuously fucked with the global south, fuck you. It's the cognitive dissonance that pisses me off. Like, y'all are fucking dangerous. Y'all are detrimental to black and brown communities across the fucking board.
Yeah,
Y'all are
absolutely.
the goddamn Trojan horse. I used to think it was just white Democrats across the board, white liberals. No, it's black and brown fucking liberals who are the most dangerous fucking people to our people across every person of color diaspora. Y'all are the ones that keep us in this shit. Hate me if you want to, but come up with a fucking logical, factual explanation as to why you continue supporting colonialism and capitalism, and telling me why my vote, my right to vote or my right not to vote is fucked.
Yeah.
Because you're emotionally manipulating me, and you're telling me that I have to vote no matter what, when I have the right to vote or not vote. I have the right to give my fucking vote to the person who earned it. And if they didn't fucking earn it, why should I give it to them? Why? So we're rewarding bad behavior. We're rewarding racists. We're rewarding misogynists. We're rewarding all the shit. You all sit here on these fucking platforms and gain hundreds and thousands of followers across the fucking board. Preach every day, yell at white people all day long, yell at other fucking people of color all day long if they don't conform to your ideology, and sit there and fucking stop progression while you sit there and preach it. You're hypocrites.
Yep.
You're hypocrites.
Yeah. I voted in the last presidential election, right? BGP, you know that. And I've been deconstructing that and educating myself since then, you know? I've been decolonizing from that and understanding exactly what it all is, you know, and you helped me with that.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Before the results of the election came out, what did I tell you? Did I tell you Kamala was gonna win?
No.
What did I say?
You said that just
You're gonna lose.
Yeah, she was gonna lose. Yeah. And I voted for her. You know that.
She's gonna fucking lose no matter what. If every Latino, quote unquote, right? The 70 million people that fall under the umbrella of the fucking term Latino, if every single one of us voted for Kamala, she still wouldn't have fucking won.
Right.
Wasn't this debunked? Didn't it show that even third party voters even voted for her, along with the non-votes? Would she still have lost?
She would have lost no matter what, because the people that should have been blamed, the people who should have been fucking everybody throwing all their anger at, should have been white women.
Wait, yeah.
But instead they blame the people who are being targeted, bro. Like, that's what pisses me off the most. Like, I just, the hypocrisy really fucking hurts, especially among some of my mutuals. Like, it really fucking hurts. It really fucking does.
I just don't see how you vote or still support. Thinking harm reduction is like, your harm reduction is achievable by voting for somebody who's a genocidal war criminal. That doesn't compute to me. I couldn't.
And that's something I'm deconstructing and work, you know what I mean? Like, struggled with, you know what I mean? The fact that I even voted.
Yeah. Well, shit, I mean, I voted for fucking Biden before that, so, I mean, we all,
I was there.
We're all still learning. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I had a video that went viral 3 years ago that was like talking shit to brown MAGA supporters back then when it was the Biden-Trump shit and Biden won.
Yeah.
I was pushing the vote blue, vote lesser of two evils. I had people take my video and post it on their YouTube channels. I was that person. I get it. I understand it. I get the fucking brainwashing, but don't sit here and tell me you're decolonizing when you can't even decolonize from the system that you claim is a fascist, but then somehow fucking cognitive distantly fucking rationalizes how that same system that's under goddamn fascism
Right.
is going to save you through a vote, bro.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That's crazy. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, am I being irrational? Am I being illogical here?
No, absolutely not.
If I am, and if you don't agree with me, you can come up and have the discussion. But I just, Lala knows. Good, Cool Eye, and you follow me for enough time. We've been mutuals for long enough. You know, I argue logic. That's it. If it's not logical, how are you justifying it? That's against natural order. Natural order requires logic. So what you're pushing something unnatural, which would, in the system we're in, would be you're pushing white supremacy. Am I wrong or not?
No, absolutely not. I mean, slavery still exists. Like slavery, we are all, like, to a certain extent, we're all slaves to the system, but slavery still exists in this country. You have black folks getting lynched and cops just like labeling it as suicides all over the country. What the fuck is Kamala gonna do about it? What the fuck did Barack Obama do about it? You know what I mean? Like, they put people of color,
guns in the cartel's hands.
They put these people in power to quell any form of radical change.
You know what? The other thing is no disrespect to you. I love you, Cool Lioness. But honestly, we got to stop saying that freedom and revolutions are radical. Just because the fact that this is who we were before colonization was radical. Colonization was fucking out of the fucking blue. It was detrimental. It was harmful. It was all the shit that radical is associated with, right? So I think when it comes to liberals, especially POC liberals, actually just POC liberals, because fuck white liberals, POC liberals are afraid to be labeled as radical, are afraid to be labeled as extremists. Because that's how they associate abolitionists and leftists, right? And anarchists. They associate us as extremists and terrorists when it's actually them that are that. We're the opposition. We're the counter to the actual radicalism and the extremism. So I think when we continuously, that's why Mish said what he said. He said the left is the new right. It's too uncomfortable for them. When he turned around and told me that voting is all we got and it's what we have right now and it's our best tool, that tells me, as someone who claims to preach and be about and identify as Pan-African, who talks about revolutionaries, black revolutionaries, bruh, seriously?